going through something very vital, right? We've talked about, your business. We've also talked about branding. Now, I want to address what I think is the weakest point in many businesses, which is sales.
Mm.
Um, Sales, right, is one of the weakest points because a lot of people have business, have good product, have good branding, they have good system structure in place, but they are not generating sales, they are not generating revenue. So this session is going to be very detailed, but we have to be fast because of time. I want us to see how we can do this in 40 minutes. But I don't think I've forgotten that you guys were supposed to do something. I dropped something on the group. I don't know if you guys saw it,
Yes,
but
sir.
we're going to talk about that maybe at the end of the session, right? Just take maybe 10 minutes. But we're talking about understanding sales in business. And by the end of this training, I want you to be able to understand why businesses struggle to sell. I want you to be able to build a repeatable sales process. Emphasis on repeatable. A lot of people have sales, but it's just one off, right? Maybe you sell to once a week, and that is not how businesses are supposed to be built. Businesses that grow, right, are dependent on the level amount of sales they are able to have, which will also determine the revenue they are able to bring into the business. So I'm going to show you how you can build a repeatable sales process. I'm also going to show you how you can generate leads through organic and paid channels, right? I'm going to be sharing some tips that are going to be very vital to you because most times we have a passive approach to sales. You can't have a passive approach to sales if you want to succeed in business. Your approach to sales needs to be consistent and it needs to be proactive. All right. And also, we're going to talk about how to prospect, how to nurture your prospects, right, and how to close more sales without sounding desperate. So, what is sales? A lot of people think sales is convincing people. Sales is not convincing people. Sales is not manipulating people. Sales is not begging people to buy from you. If you are doing that, it's charity, it's not sales, right? Sales is identifying needs, building trust, presenting solutions, and guiding people to an informed decision. So the first thing is that you've identified a need, right? Which, for instance, in your case, is people who maybe working class ladies that need styled outfits, styled decent outfits that they can use to go to their workplace or whatever, right? You've identified a need. Now, the next thing is building trust, communicating to people, right? Showing them your competency, showing them your proof, then presenting a solution to them that, okay, this your need that you have, I have this solution that you can use to meet this need, and then guiding them to making an informed decision. So once your sales involves manipulating people, begging people, that's not what sales is all about, right? Because what people are looking for is not just the product that you have to offer. People are looking for peace of mind. They are looking for better experiences. They are looking for security. They are looking for status. They are looking for convenience and results. Are we together? So we need to understand that sales is not manipulating people. And when you get that, you get to understand why most businesses don't sell. Many businesses owners, because before we start talking about sales, first of all, we need to also talk about marketing. Many people have a marketing problem. You understand? Many people have a marketing problem, but a lot of them also have what we call a sales problem. Why most people don't sell is this: one, they are selling to everybody. You you can't sell to everybody. Not everybody needs your product. You need to identify what we call your ideal customer profile. Who is the ideal customer profile? It is an avatar of a person, a single kind of individual that you are selling to. So what does that do for you? It makes you streamline your message to meet that individual at their point of need. You are meeting them at their point of reasoning. You are not just sending out a random message, you are sending out a specific message to a specific audience. The second reason people don't sell is poor positioning. They don't know how to position their brand in a way that people are able to relate to the brand. Are we together?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
They don't know how to position their brand in a way people are able to relate to this brand, that, oh, this is how this brand is, this is what this brand is offering. The third reason why people don't sell is weak offer. Most Nigerian businesses don't know how to do their offers. Their own is, I have this product, buy from me. No, there's a way you craft your offer that ensures that you are always selling, that has urgency. People understand that they need to buy from you and they need to buy from you quickly. That has scarcity. People understand that you have a limited resource of production. So most people don't know how to use scarcity and urgency to give a strong offer. Another reason is no trust. And why do people lose trust? Because first of all, when you are starting a business, you need to understand that there is that trust barrier already established, not because of what you did, but maybe because of an experience that they had with somebody similar in similar field, and they have or a notion that the industry has, like we talked about last. The fashion industry is known for what? Is known for disappointing clients. So you see, you already have a trust barrier that you need to break through. Now it becomes very unfortunate when you have that barrier, and let's say a client gives you a chance, and then you now prove to the client that there is no trust. You understand? The fifth reason is inconsistent. It is one of the major issues a lot of business have. You see this follow-up, this is the major place businesses lose clients. Why? Because like I said, 97% of people that you reach out to will not buy from you the first time. So you need to create a system that is reaching out to them consistently, that is providing them with testimonials, providing them with trust, that is building trust, that is trying to bring them to a buying from you. The sixth reason is no sales process. Now you see everything I've discussed, right? It's a sales process, from prospecting clients to educating clients to providing clients with information to bringing them, giving them a strong offer, to building trust, to getting them to say yes. It's a sales process, and that's what we call a sales funnel. A lot of people don't have this sales funnel where they are just doing things random. There's no sales funnel that is bringing people from, okay, this is where you enter and this is where you come out, right? And then the last one is giving up too early. A client ghosts you, and then you ghost your client. you ghost your client back, right? So you might have 1,000 leads. See, generating leads is easy. Converting, that is where the thing is, because you might have 1,000 leads. If these things are not in place, your conversion rate will be very small, or sometimes will not be there at all, right? So you might have a lot of people even showing interest in your offer, showing interest in your product, right? But because you don't have these things in place, so this is the sales formula. The sales formula is, first of all, having the right audience. So I talked about having your ID client profile. For instance, someone like me now, because of maybe health condition and something, imagine somebody coming to sell me sweet biscuits. I am not your right. I will never buy from you. Do you understand? Or so same me now. Imagine someone coming to sell me female wears, right? Maybe when I'm married, but even when I'm married, I wouldn't want to buy maybe what my wife would not like. So I cannot be your right audience. So you need to find your right audience. Who are the people you are selling? And when we talk about your right audience, it is not just a sect, it's a subsect. So it's not just women, it is maybe career women. It is not just children, it can be school kids. You need to find your right audience. So the right audience plus the right offer. Okay, giving them the right offer. The right offer includes pricing, it includes urgency, it includes scarcity. So pricing, some people don't know how to set pricing. You just come and you set any price you want. You need to look at what your industry is doing, right? And then you set your price. Now, also that pricing, you need to have categories for your product. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
You need to have categories for your product. What does that mean? It means that there are some people that might not be able. You need to have is it cadets or what do you call it? Great. So if you want a 15,000 naira product, we have it, which is the small, maybe the entry point. Then we have a 30,000 naira product for people that want a certain kind of advantage. So you know what, there should be some things that the 30,000 naira people has that the 15K will not get. You understand? It can be speed, it can be material, it can be certain kind of design. Then you have the HNI product that is for people at the top. Maybe it's like 100K. That one, you know that first of all, maybe it can be 24 hours delivery. It can be just according to know what you can deliver. Make sure you have that grade. You understand? And I always say, don't compete on pricing. It is not about having the lowest price. It's about having the best value. So that is the right offer. Then you now talk about trust. You need to learn to build trust with the customer. How do you build trust with customer? By showing them proof, by showing them testimonials, helping them to understand that you have done this thing before. You are not using them to learn work. Then consistent follow-up. Like I said, your clients might not buy from you the first time, and then right timing. Don't give up. You continue doing it. Before you know, you get results, right? So I said that there is a sales funnel. There is a journey your customer goes through to a point where they buy from you. And even at the point where they buy from you, that's not even the end. Because as business people, we must learn to increase the LTV of our clients. What is LTV? LTV is lifetime value. It means that a customer that buys from you can buy from you again, or can refer you to other people that will buy from you. That is how we build a client base, right? That's how we build a client base. We don't build a client base by, you build a client base by ensuring that you are recycling your customers again and again, getting them to patronize you again and again, getting them to refer you to other clients, getting those that refer you to refer you more, and like that. So there's a customer journey, there's a sales funnel. The first thing is awareness, where they get to know about your product. And then the second thing is interest. Now, at the point of awareness and interest, that is where you get found and you get noticed. What you want to be doing here is educational content, which brings me to something. We're going to talk about this. I'm trying to see time. Well, I think we're probably going to talk about this more. But see, you need to understand the kind of content certain kind of your audience need. For instance, at the awareness and interest stage is not a place where you start selling to people. It's a place where you get to educate them of the need of your product, the need of the service you are rendering, right? So that's what you do at the point of awareness and interest. Now, at the point of consideration and decision, what you need to do there is to give them reassurances, is to help them get answers to their question, is to do a bit of objection handling, where you are anticipating and understanding their objections and using it to create, awareness for them. Then there's the point of purchase. That point of purchase is where they make a buying decision. But it doesn't end there. There is loyalty and refer, where they get to bring more clients your way. So you see this sales funnel, you want to be able to take them through this sales funnel till they get to a point where they are patronizing you. Now we're going to talk about how to generate leads. There are two ways to generate leads, right? The first one, and both of them complement each other. Every business that wants to grow needs to use both of them. The first one is your organic leads. Who are your organic leads? Your organic leads are leads that you generate without paying money. They are your contacts, the leads you get through social media content, the leads you get through search engine optimization, through reference, through networking, through WhatsApp messaging, through email, newsletters, content, educational content. Those leads you get that way, those are your organic leads. You don't pay money to get them. Now, the advantage of this kind of leads is that you build trust. Through this kind of leads, you can build a cult following, right? You have lower long-term costs. You are not paying money to get them, and you have higher quality relationship because these are people that probably know you or get to engage you because of the quality of the content you are putting out there, or because of maybe they've seen you speak somewhere before. So this is how you build a cult following, but it has one disadvantage. Normally, it is very slow, right? It is very slow. You have to wait for people to get to notice you. It is not very proactive, you understand? And you have to be doing it for a long period of time. Some people, and consistently, you have to be creating content, consistently getting people to see you for a lengthy period of time. Now, there is the second one, which is paid leads. Paid leads are leads that you pay money to get them. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
There are leads that you pay money to get them. Your Facebook ads, your TikTok ads, your Google ads, and all that, right? Um, you know, you, these ones you have to pay. You have to run ads on your social media platform. The advantage of this one is that it is fast. If you want to get 1,000 leads today, it is simple. You just need to increase your budget. You understand? But the disadvantage is that it requires money. It is cost effect. It is cost. What was I looking for? Like it requires a lot of money, right? Then I wanted to talk about this, please. Paid ads, it's not a fix for a broken sales system. You see, everything we've already talked about, things about creating awareness, things about understanding your customer, those things we talked about that make businesses not sell. Whether you are using organic ads or paid ads, you still need to fix those issues. Do you understand? So a lot of people think that, oh, you don't have a sales system in place, you don't have good branding, you don't have all the things we've mentioned before that make people not sell, right? You've not built trust, but you just come and run paid ads. It's not going to work. All right. All these things work hand in hand. Okay. So I think we've talked about this, right? Now, another thing is understanding lead temperature. There are three kinds of lead temperatures. First, there are the cold leads. Cold leads are people that don't know you, they don't trust you. They don't know you and they don't trust you. They are probably just encountering your paid ads or your organic content for the first time. One of the mistakes people make is selling to cold leads. You don't sell to cold leads. Cold leads need education. You educate cold leads. You tell them, you give them information about what you are offering, right? If you are treating a cold lead as though it is hot, you've lost out on that client automatically. Because, like I said, they don't know you, they don't trust you, and you have to build trust. And one of the way you build trust is by establishing yourself as an authority in that field that you are. And how do you do that? By producing educational content, right? Now, the second one is warm leads. These are people that know you, they're interested, but they've seen a few of your content, but they've not trusted you fully, right? These people, you need to nurture them. You need to nurture them through the funnel. You need to also provide them with more information, right? You need to provide them with testimonials. You need to provide them with proof, that you've delivered the service before. Now, there is the hot leads. The hot leads are leads that are ready to buy, right? What do you need to do there? Those are the people you can sell to, okay? What you do, you direct them, you give them confidence, and you ensure that you provide the service or the goods that you promise them to provide, right? Without delay, without, back and forth issues. Are we together? So stop treating cold leads as though they are hot leads, and stop treating hot leads as though they are cold leads. Okay, so we've talked about code leads. I say for code leads, you educate, you build trust, you share valuable content. For warm leads, you answer questions, you share testimonials, you offer consultations, and you do an effective handling of their objections. For hot leads, you ask them to buy, right? And then you make the buying process very simple, okay? And you close them. Good. Now, this is another place where a lot of salespeople don't understand. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Which is lead qualification. I've talked about this in passing, which is that not everybody will buy from you. Some people are time wasters. You need to know how to filter people that are interested and people that are time wasters. And there are four major things. One is the need. Do these people actually need your product? That's the first thing you are asking. Anybody you're trying to reach out to, the first thing you're asking about that person, that does this person actually need what I'm selling, what I'm offering, right? Then there is the budget. The question is that they might need this, but can they afford it? Can they put up money to buy this thing? Do they have the finances for it? The third thing is authority. Are they in a place of decision? Are they in a place to make decision about this? It's like going to a family now that you want to sell, let's say, housing to, and then you are talking to the children. Can the children make housing decisions? Do you get? So that's the authority. Then the urgency. Do they need it now, or they need it someday in the future? If they need it now, you will know how to nurture them. If they need it someday in the future, you will know how to also nurture them in a long term. So there's the need, there's the budget, there's the authority, and there's the urgency. That is how you qualify your prospect. Now, we've been talking about nurturing prospect. How do you nurture prospect? See, you nurture prospects through educational content, through testimonials, follow-up messages, live videos, case studies, helpful phone calls, and market updates. So you want to see all these things listed. The most important things are educational content and testimonials. Educational content and testimonials. The goal of nurturing is to remain relevant to their eyes until they are ready to buy. You are not ready to buy now, but you might be ready to buy in some days' time or in some months' time. At that point where you are ready to buy, you should not be looking at somebody else. You should be looking at me, because why? I have positioned myself as an authority for you to patronize. Okay. Now, I've talked about follow-up, right? See, people are busy. In this world that people are scrolling at 100 scrolls per minute, right? People will forget. People might be comparing options, you understand? Or they might be delaying decisions. See, you need to learn to follow up in a professional way, not in a way that you are looking desperate, as if you want them to buy now, but in a way that is professional, in a way that is direct. All right. So the follow-up system is that you space it. It's not like you're messaging them every day, right? You want the purpose of follow-up is to be helpful, but at the same time you are not applying pressure. You just want to be on their face. You want to be registered in their mind as the authority or as the go-to person for this thing, right? So the first day you will thank them for showing interest. The third day you will share something helpful, share some information about the product. The seventh day you will answer some questions that you think might be in their mind. Then the 14th day you share a testimonial, right? And then if after a period of time, let's say 21 days of follow-up, and they are still not saying anything productive, you can switch to another conversation so it's almost like you're starting afresh. You reboot the conversation so that you can start afresh. All right. So here are some things that build trust, because again, the real currency of sales is trust. The first thing is keeping your promises. Always ensure that whatever you say you are going to do, you are doing it. Respond quickly. Sometimes people will send You are selling something. There are some things people do. Things like you are using a number. See, I don't advise people, don't use your personal line for sales if you know you are not willing to dedicate that line to sales. For instance, turning off read receipts, it doesn't build trust. I don't know why people do that with the line, with their business line. You are turning off read receipt, so it means you want to read customers messages and not respond to them. Things like oh, there's the one that busts my brain is putting on disappearing message. It means that is criminal behavior. Why are you putting off disappearing message in a sales conversation? So it means that you want to tell me something and then tomorrow I will not be able to make reference to it, right? So there are some small things. Or you are using now we have WhatsApp business, which means that a dedicated line for your business. Some people still go and be using their normal WhatsApp for business. It's not right, because on normal WhatsApp you cannot create catalog, you cannot do some things. All right. So please keep your promises, respond quickly, show social proof, show that you've done this before, right? Communicate consistently. There are some times you need to tell a customer something. Always ensure you communicate consistently, right? You are transparent and you are demonstrating expertise. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, there is another thing is objection handling. We've talked about this. When it comes to objection handling, when a customer gives you an objection, it is not a rejection. Some people confuse objection from rejection. Rejection is when a customer tells you outrightly, I'm not interested in this product at this time. Good. That one is a closed chapter. But things like a customer asking question, sometimes they might not even put it in a friendly way. You understand? A customer might even tell you, oh, all these real estate, all these fashion design and stuff that are always disappointing. That is an objection. It might not be nicely put. So you don't allow the attitude make you not to recognize that this guy needs to be handled in terms of objections, right? So things like it's expensive, I need to discuss with someone, I'll think about it, I'm not ready. You need to it's not a point for you to start arguing or start feeling offended at the way they put it. No, you need to understand their place. You need to ask the right question. You need to understand their concern, right? And most importantly, when you are responding, respond with empathy. So I think we've talked about closing without pressure. I want to be a bit faster, right? Let's be a bit faster. So now there is also the metrics. Now, see, first of all, as a salesperson or as a business person, you must have a client database. What's a client database? A client database is a record of every client you service, right? Every client you service, you need to have that database. If possible, have things like their birthdays, their anniversaries, so that as you are sewing for them, or you are giving them a product or a service, you are also celebrating them on those small things. They are very important. In fact, there are some things that you, as a business person, if you don't do, I wonder, since like sending out new month message to your clients, that is a no-brainer. That is very important, right? So have a client's database. Also have a customer relationship database. What is the difference? The client database is a database of people that have patronize you. A customer relationship management database, or what we call a leads database, is a list of clients, or all the clients that have reached out to you, or leads that you have generated within a period of time. So they might not have patronized you, but they have shown interest in one way or the other in your product. You need to also have that database, right? So there are some important sales metrics that you should be checking every day. The first thing is the number of leads. What is the number of leads you generated in a month, both organically and via paid ad? First of all, on all these metrics, you need to ensure that you have a target, and the target should not be random, because for instance, your number of leads that you need to generate should be dependent on your conversion rate. What is your conversion rate? It is the number of leads you are able to convert to paying clients, right? So let's say you have a target of having of having 20 paying clients, and your conversion rate is 20%. So it means that the number of leads you need to generate to meet 20 paying clients is how many? Hello?
I'm with you, sir.
I'm asking a question. I said, let's say you want to generate 20 paying clients every month, and your conversion rate is 20%. What is the number of leads you need to generate if your conversion rate is 20% to meet 20 paying clients?
20%.
So let me help you out. You need to generate 100 leads, because 20 paying client is 20% of 100 leads. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So it
Yes, sir.
means if your conversion rate is 50%, right? If your rate is 50%, it means you need to generate less. So that's how it is. The higher your conversion rate, the less number of leads you will need to generate to meet a target. So those are some of the metrics you want to check. Another thing is your customer acquisition cost. Especially when you are running paid ads, what does it cost you to acquire one customer? If you don't know your CAC, what will happen is that you might be spending a lot to try to reach out to a customer, and the returns is not enough to even cover your cost of acquisition. So you want to know how much it is costing you to get a client, right? You also want to know the revenue that is generated. See, like they used to say, the revenue that is generated and also the profit at the end of everything. All right. So business. I usually say business is math. Business is math. If you want to make 1 million naira every month as a business, what you need to ask yourself is, what are the number of clients I need to meet to make this revenue? So business is a math game. Do you understand? So you need to have these metrics. You need to have it in an Excel or in any way you can monitor it and say, okay, these are the number of leads I generated. This is the number of people that patronize me. You calculate what is my conversion rate, right? You say, okay, this is the conversion rate. Once you get to the conversion rate, you say, okay, this is the next. This, if I'm trying to increase it, you say, okay, this is what I'm increasing to, or this is what I'm increasing to. It's going to be faster. So here are some daily habits of high-performing salespeople. Every day you must do this. The number one is prospecting. Prospecting is creating a list of contacts, right, that you need to reach out to on a daily basis. Okay, so you say, okay, I need to reach out to 50 clients on a daily basis organically. So what you do, you get the name and the phone number. That's prospecting, right? The second thing is follow up. You need to learn to follow up consistently. I think I've talked about this a lot. The third thing is learning. You see what I'm sharing with you, it is not cast on stone. Tomorrow there might be better techniques. Are you hearing me? Tomorrow there might be better techniques that will come up. You need to ensure you are learning consistently. Another thing is building relationships. Don't be a user that the only time you are reaching out to people is when you need them to patronize you. No, learn to build relationships even when it doesn't have to do with business. You see that building relationship, it will do more for you than you can ever imagine. Ask for referrals also, right? Especially from people that have patronized you before, or people that are not patronized, but you know they have people within their contact that can patronize you. Get referrals from them. Okay. Finally, be consistent. Ensure that you are doing this consistently. See, it's not a motivation something, no. It's about discipline and consistency. All right. Here are some common sales mistakes. One, talking more than listening. When you are talking more than listening, you will not get to understand your client's perspective. You will not get to understand their needs. So you need to learn to listen more, right? And that thing is talking about features. People want you to paint the benefits in their mind, the outcomes, and not just the feature. So it is not just so close with me. No, it will be look beautiful when you are going to work. You understand? So that way, you are not just talking about the feature, you are talking about the benefit. And that thing is assuming, please. In business, never assume. All right, never assume. Always ensure that you are asking questions. Okay. I talked about chasing everybody. Not everybody is for you. So you need to know your target audience and focus on your target audience. Always be following up, always be tracking your leads, and never give up early. Okay. So every day you are reaching out to a number of clients, you are following up on existing clients, right? You are publishing content, you are learning, and you are ensuring that you are looking for referrals. Once you do this on a daily basis, you will always be selling. All right. So what are the key takeaways? One, sales is a system. Not every lead is ready to buy today. Okay. Always ensure you are building trust. Always ensure you are nurturing your customers. Always ensure you are consistent. Consistency beats intensity every time. Sometimes you want to do so much in one day. No, break it down. You understand? Ensure you are doing, even though it's 10 a day that you are generating, be consistent with that, and measure everything. Ensure you are measuring everything, the number of clients you are reaching out to, the number of people that are patronizing you. Ensure you are measuring everything. People don't buy because you need to sell. They buy because they believe that your solution can improve their lives. All right. So I think that is it. Let me leave space for questions. Do you have any question?
Thank you so much for the class, sir. I plan
Okay,
to,
you're welcome.
and at the same time, I'm confused.
Okay, I can't hear you.
At the same time, I'm confused too. So
You're
it one man being
confused.
confused about the class. Like, how
I,
can
I can't hear you very well. Your voice is low.
Okay, sir. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, sir. So I said for like a one-man business, how do we follow up clients when you have maybe works to do?
So I,
How
I
do
think
we
I
stay
talked about
consistent?
yeah, I talked about this last time, right? And I said that you see, it's not about having work to do. Every everything that is important that needs to get done needs to get done. And you see, this sales system is one of the most important part of your business, right? And anything that you know is important, you create time for it. And how do? You create a system for it. Do you understand? So you can say from you see this system thing, it will help you in a lot of things. First of all, system beats motivation every time, because there are sometimes you will not feel like doing certain things, but with the right system and yourself doing them consistently, not because you feel like, but because there's a system in place ensuring that you do this. That's the first thing. And that thing, system will help you maximize your time. Sometimes you feel like you are doing a lot, right? But when you get a system in place, you see that you waste a lot of time on frivolities. There was one time I saw that I thought I was doing a lot, but at the end of the day, I saw that when I had the system in place, and I'm like, okay, from this time to this time, I am reaching out to clients. From this time to this time, I am trying to deliver on the job. From this time to this time, I'm resting. Even to my rest, I ensure I create systems and structure for it. All right. So please, you see, this part of your business is the most important part. It doesn't matter if you're a one-man business or if you're a 10-man business. You don't. If you desire growth, you need to schedule this into your system, schedule it into your day, such that you are doing it on a consistent basis. Like I said, you don't have to do everything once. You can say 10 clients every day. I'm going to organically make phone call to 10 clients every day, or WhatsApp 10 clients every day. When you do that, you check. Sometimes it might not take up to 25 minutes in a day, or maybe an hour in a day. It is a worthwhile investment.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate, sir.
You're welcome. Right. So for this, I think this is our final class. Okay.
Yes,
But I
sir.
also want you to right. I also want you to you know, I want to follow up on you guys for the implementation of everything we've spoken about. Okay. So this might be our final class, but we might just do a catch-up session, right, after maybe a week or so, just to see if you have implemented some of the things we've talked about. All right.
All right, thank
But
you.
That would just be maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. And then you can reach out to me. Okay. Normally I charge for consultancy. You can check my Instagram page, you confirm that. But for you guys, it's going to be absolutely free because I want you guys to you know, I want you guys to succeed. All right. So I'll take it as a personal investment. So for you guys, you have my personal WhatsApp or you have our admin WhatsApp. Send if you have any question, you hit any um bump along the way and you need clarification, message me. I'll either send you a voice note or a text or whatever to address it. If something that we need to book a call, we'll do that. All right. So I'm
Thank
rooting
you.
for your success. I'm rooting for your success, and I trust that you would make us proud, and I trust that this investment of time and energy is not wasted. All right. So thank you very much for making it. I'm going to send the recording to the group so that in case you need to watch it again.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Enjoy your evening and good night.
Good night, sir. Bye bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.